So, well. Hello, this is Glenn from Tubebuddy Coins and Banknotes, and today we're going to talk about the value of your actual coins you have in your collection. But because I don't know what coins you actually have, I have a representative sample here. And as you can see, they are from all over the world. So, let's get on with it. So, the question I get asked from people who are not into coin collecting or are just beginning is that, is my coin valuable? And there are two things that actually determine a value of a coin. That is supply, so how many coins are actually on the market, or how many coins are actually minted, or how many coins survived after they were withdrawn from circulation, like most of these coins here. And demand, so how many people want that coin. And if you have a coin that has high demand but low mintage, like, do I have any coins here? Probably the best one I have is this coin, so a half crown from 1817, and I do not know the mintage off by hand, but after a quick search at the internet, and going to Numstar, or there are other websites that actually have coin catalogs, I can tell you that this coin has a mintage of 8,092,000, and because it is actually a high denomination coin, a lot of these would have been not kept because they're too high a value. They would have been recycled either by melting down or made into coins, not just UK coins, probably coins from other countries, or just melted down and scrapped. So I do not know any figures about how many of these coins actually survived. I don't think anyone knows. But because they're actually of a high value, so it only has a silver value of about $8.50. But to buy this coin, you actually need to spend at least $70 to $80 just to buy this coin. But when you get to the later half crowns, you're probably looking about $20 to $30 because there is a larger number minted, and there is there will be a lower demand because in UK coinage, generally the older the coin is, or if the coin represents a certain specific figure like Queen Elizabeth I, or King Henry III, who's actually pretty popular, then those coins actually have an increased value because there's actually more people wanting those limited coins. So, and also we have another thing that goes into demand, the design. So all these half crowns have the coat of arms of the United Kingdom. So we have the 3 lines of England, the 1 line of Scotland, and the harp of Ireland. There's nothing for Wales, which is a little bit sad. And they're actually quite a nice coin, so that will actually impact the demand. People look at this coin and go, oh, that's a beautiful coin, I really want one, and so they will bid on it. And because there's like 8 million coins of these ones, and for this coin there's about 29.5 million, that would impact the actual value of these coins as well. So this coin here is worth about half of that coin. But when you get high minted coins, so we have an Australian 2011 Catherine's Middleton. These actually have a larger mintage I think about 6 or 7 million. I can't remember off by hand. I'm not going to go and look at mintage figures of these, but the demand for these coins is actually not as high. You can quite easily get these in circulation, and if you really want one, they actually issue these in sets. So an uncirculated coin is actually not too scarce to come by. So really, those coins are only worth about $1 or $2. And if you want just normal circulating coins, so here's a nice $1 coin from 1984, you can still get these in circulation. They seem to be turning up quite often lately. And these are really only worth $1. So only face value for a coin like this, even though it's in high grade. In uncirculated, you're probably looking about $6 or $7 in a set. And that is because there's about 185 million of these coins. So this coin is going to be common for hundreds of years. So the prices that they are now, they're not going to change for hundreds of years, because they're just going to be very easy to get, and the market is just saturated with them. So I would not actually collect these coins if you want it to increase later, because it's just not going to happen. And the same with, the 20-cent coin. And I'm not just talking about Australian coins, I'm talking about coins of any country. So India, United States, UK, all these normal circulating coins are just going to be pretty common for hundreds of years to come. So unless it's in a set, I wouldn't worry about collecting them. Probably not damaged like this. If it's an error coin, well, that actually makes it different. And then we have, the modern low mint coins. So here I have a $2 police coin. We don't know the mintage figures of those yet. I reckon it'll be like 2 to 4 million of these minted. So at the time being, they're about $4 or $5 each from circulation. If they're uncirculated, they're worth a bit more because they're a bit harder to get. And these coins will probably be that price until demand picks up. So there's enough coins to satisfy this collector's market. I don't think these are really that popular internationally. But until that demand actually picks up, they're going to be, 2.5 face value. Unlike the 2012 poppy coin, which actually this year just increased from about $50 to about $80, I believe, $80 to $100. So it's quite an impact, and that's just fueled by people demanding it and expecting it to go up. So a lot of people are probably hoarding coins and not worrying about selling them. And then you have, people collect coins for silver value. So in the United States, if you see other coin channels like Half Dollar Make You Holler or Coin Op, they actually collect these from circulation. So silver coins, this is a 80% 1964 and a 40% 1968. And these are actually high minted coins. So in this grade, pretty much worth only bullion value. Probably a little bit over if you sell on eBay just to get your fees back. But you can actually still find these in circulation because a lot of people still cash these in. They don't worry about the silver value because they reckon it might be just too hard to actually sell. It might be just easier to take to a bank. And you get people like that. They don't care about collector's coins. They don't care about the value. They just want the current monetary value. And that's fine. If people want to do that and someone else goes in the bank and gets a coin, that's up to them. So here, 1968. And for these coins, there's like 100 to 200 million of these coins. So in this grade, they're only going to be worth bullion value for hundreds of years. And that also goes for the 1966 50-cent coin, 34 million minted, or probably a little bit over. But there's enough demand for the collector's market. And then there's the excess demand or excess coinage out there, which is actually not demanded. So these ones are pretty much worth just a little bit over bullion because there's just so many of them. And, you know, if you're in Australia and you're wanting to stack coins that are silver, I recommend that you stack the 50-cent coin. You can get the old florin coins that are nearly bullion value, but they're a bit harder because they're a bit older and there's less minted of them. And if you're in the United States, I'll probably just try and stack these $half from circulation. It'll be taking a while, but as we've seen with inflation, these coins actually retain the silver value. It's just that the dollar value actually loses their value compared to silver, and also gold as well. And then we have the grade. So when you got a coin that's in demand, and when you have a good market for it and it has a low mintage, so this one is a low mintage, 71, I think it's like 21 million made. So probably not a low minted coin, but the 72 to 74 are low minted. But as you can see, grade also impacts the price. So when you got a 72 coin like this, you're probably looking about $3 or $4. But if you have it in uncirculated, you're probably looking about $30 to $40. Even though you can get in mint sets. Mint sets are actually at least $100 or $200 for the early 70s. So a coin like this, would I keep this 1971? Well, obviously I did. But in reality, there's enough 1971s to settle the market. And this is only a spender coin, so really it's not worth keeping because it's only worth 50 cents in this grade for 1971. And in uncirculated, you're probably looking at about $10 anyway. And then there's other collector's coins, Austrian shillings, so I've already made a video on these. These are just $3 or $4 over bullion value. You can probably try and get them for bullion, but you'll be fishing around looking very hard to actually get any of these coins for bullion. You need to get them from circulation or be lucky on eBay. So eBay's a good place. Coin shops, they might actually sell these for bullion if they can get them for lower than bullion, or if they want to get rid of excess stock. But you'll also be doing a lot of work just to get those as well. So in conclusion, if there is too much supply, like the United States $half or the Australian 50-cent coin, which are pretty much both 50-cent coins anyway, and there's not enough demand, so there is enough for each individual collector in their respective countries, but above that, these coins are really just bullion value. So if there's enough supply and not enough demand, it makes the coins low value. But if there is not enough supply like this coin, but there is a lot more demand, that will actually push the price up of whatever coin you have. So that's the law of supply and demand. And when you're talking about footprints, most of these are pretty much just $1 or $2, so a little bit above bullion, but they're really easy to get. So I hope this helps with the price of your coins. You need to do your research. So all of these coins are different. They all have different factors. They're all popular in different countries. So the United States coins are popular in the United States, Australia in Australia, UK, they are popular in Australia, but they're also most popular in the United Kingdom. And India, these coins are actually popular in India. There's not much demand in Australia for 1 rupee coins, so, and as well as these Austrian shillings. And usually base metal coins, unless they're very low minted, like under $1 million, they're pretty cheap, because high minter coins. However, even if they have high demand, there's actually enough to settle the actual market. So do your research on each coin, find out the mintages, find out the prices that they actually sold before, not what people are selling them for, because a lot of those prices are pretty unrealistic, but what they have sold them for. I did make a video, maybe I'll put a link into it, to eBay sold items, so you can tell how much your coins sold for. But research is important, and knowledge is the key to the supply and demand in your market. So anyway, I hope you like this video. I'll leave a link down below to eBay sold items, so you can check to see what your coin actually sold for. And if it's not on eBay, then most likely it is a low mint coin. And have an awesome coin collecting time, people. Thank you, and bye bye.